We're here. I came to this country as a refugee child right after the Vietnam War. I was about 5 years old when my family came here. And so I just want to talk about the attack on refugee families, immigrant families, and people of color and poor people in the state of Wisconsin. How many of you are from Wisconsin? Okay. How many of you are joining us from other states? Well, thank you for coming. I want to talk about the fight in Wisconsin, if you haven't heard. So a lot of people say, where have the people of color been? I say, we've been here all along. And we want to say, welcome to our fight. When I say, what does oppression look like? So what I'm trying to say is, for so long, our white allies didn't know what oppression looked like. But Governor Walker has done some good for us, because what does oppression look like now in Wisconsin? It looks like everyone, right? The other thing about the state of Wisconsin and what's happening here, do not let them fool you that this is a fight against the middle class or the working poor or the working class. This is a fight against children. It's a fight against women. It's a fight against the poor. It's a fight against the people who cannot stand up for themselves. Therefore, you and I cannot be silenced. Taking food from children, taking away food share is taking from children. Cutting education is a cut against children. Cutting medical assistance to the poor, to the elderly, to the disabled, is also cutting from children. If someone can't work, how do you think their children are going to eat? We need to reframe this fight. It is not just a fight about collective bargaining for workers' rights. It is collective bargaining for basic human rights. We are here to say, I'm not leaving until collective bargaining for basic human issues are on the table, off the table also. The other thing is, just because we're here as refugees and we may not have documents, just because we're here as undocumented and may not have documents, our children do not forget. And we will not let them forget. You will. The other thing is, what would this world look like without us? I've been to these rallies, I've been to these protests, and I can tell you, there's been lack of music, there's been lack of, it looks like we're having a celebration. You know what? We're celebrating the fact that we stand united, even though they want us to be against each other. And to the teachers out there, we have teachers in our communities. To the workers out there, the unions, we have people who are in unions. It is time for you to fight with us, because you also are part of the poor people's movement. You are also part of the people of color movement. This is a fight against children. So I say this to say, my sign says, my mother once told me, if I'm fighting with somebody and it's a fight between two people, 50-50 chance that I may be right and you may be wrong, or you may be right and I may be wrong. But if it's 100,001 person, you know you're wrong. All we're asking, just apologize, say sorry, and do the right thing. So, I'm here to say, for the allies who are in the audience, this is as much as a fight for you as it is for us. No longer can you talk about collective bargaining for workers without talking about collective bargaining for basic human rights. And for people of color, you must reframe this fight. We have been here. You welcome those who are fighting now to your fight. It is is not their fight, and now we're joining. It is our fight, and thank God you all showed up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that gives me more time to talk, right? So let me talk a little bit about the anti-immigrant bill. That's I'm sure that you all have been talking a little bit about that. But if you're not Latino and you think this doesn't affect you, you're wrong. This is not about being documented or undocumented. This is about being black and brown in the state of Wisconsin. You think when they pull you over that if your last name isn't a Latino sounding last name that they care? It could be Shong, it could be Vang, it could be whatever, Adams. They don't care. As long as you're black and brown, you're going to get pulled over. Not only that, do you think that repealing the racial profiling bill that says that officers have to write down why they're stopping people is just against African Americans or black folks? You're definitely wrong. This is a fight against black and brown people, and we all need to stand up, and we need to call this racist institution for what it is.
The nation united will never be divided. 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 The nation.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people
Don't stop war. Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, 'cause the power of the people don't stop. Say what?
Oh, God. Oh.